Right, welcome back. Heading into this one. Gonna be fairly confident this is Squid's pick. So Raws will like to be on the CT side. Opening aggression towards mid, and Raws certainly come out on top. Ping finding 2 and Refuser finding a kill 2, and they're pushing even deeper into T-ramp. All 5 CTs. Rome's left on his lonesome. Manages to get 2 amongst the chaos, and he's now on a beeline for that A site. The CT's sticking together. Don't want to give anything away cheaply. But that gunshot will let him know what's happening. Trying to pop himself out of Balk. But Jane's already here to meet him. He's going to get a little tap, but I mean, the amount of pressure that's on him, he's aware that these guys aren't going to stop at anything. 3 CTs and they're all grouped up. Just trying to look for a kill before crossing the site. Sees Ping in the side of the smoke, but Ping's going to take his life instead. Great round from Royals. Absolutely zero respect to start off the map. And they're rewarded with it, with the round. No plant for the T side either. Quad MP9s, an M4 against Glocks. This could be a massacre. A single flashbang on Rome, perhaps to facilitate a bout pop. I have to see where it's used. Actually going to go in a pit. I believe this could be a flash for short. Through the mid smoke. Oh, it's coming. Swaggy could be about to have a field day. Him and Jane. Into the meat grinder. Come through any second. The steps. Their swing. Swaggy finds 2. Jane gets 1. Swaggy triples up, and Ping also pops Rome with his M4. Clean round for them. No guns dropped. But to be expected against such a shallow buy. AK is now in the hands of Giant Squid. And the task significantly multiplies. It's a lot more of a challenge when your opponents can actually shoot back. In fact, in this case, have an advantage. See some aggression towards Banana though. Early fight here. Jins gets absolutely swept away by the MP9 of Swaggy. A Chris kill from him. The spam of Perez will answer back though and make the situation a 4v4. At this point though, there's a double set towards App. Ping gonna get caught out peeking, but they're certainly not expecting Jane, and he's behind. Push already coming out towards Bout. They do find Jane either way though, and they pick up Refuser on the A site. It's now Felixos all on his own. In the 1v4. This is certainly looking like a round for Giant Squid. Reversing the momentum a little bit. Oh, and Refuser has left the game. I'm going to assume that's a technical issue rather than a rage quit. That's the round for Giant Squid though. 2-1 now the score. Looks like we are going to another pause. See if Raws can bounce back here to that initial setback. Just tabbing out the game briefly, seeing if I can set up a mute key. Yeah, just waiting for this internet issue to be resolved. Still, no update here. He's back in the TS, so should be fine in a sec. Yeah, no, I was just waiting on. Let's just rejoin the server. There it is. All back and ready to go. And Paul's vote coming through shortly. And we're back live. 2-1 the score. Big round here though, the first real full buy. Last round was a bit of a bonus round for Royals. This is where we see what they're really made of. 2 towards banana, 3 towards A. Pretty standard. Double nade towards wood to begin the round. But other than that, not as much aggression. Maybe planning a retake at some point. Instead of actually passive. Very standard setup. Oranges and CT. Prinny is already pushed all the way up apps. He's going to be trying to see if Jane, the long player, gives himself cheaply here. I think they'll be aware of this possibility. Ping holding the apartments from out on the balcony this round. Apologies for the lack of crosshair, that's just a common Go TV bug. Oh, there are going to be some smokes lined up on B. Before that happens though, he's going to win it against Prinny. He's coming down to this, swings into it, he's going to get full white, has to tuck back into oranges. 4-2 push on him, flash of great though, helps him get a kill. He's peeking through the smoke, gets a second, but it's a 2v4 now for the T's. Still around that they have a chance, but they have to get this bomb down under the cover of the smoke. Sean going to be parting safe here. Molly preventing the boy with the coffin swing. Jane's going to go straight through the CT smoke. Finds Jin's in the open. Now it's Sean. Sean's lonesome. Can't get the first kill to go. Instead, Refuse is going to find him. 4 people alive for Royals and the round win. Diffuse now coming through. That's great team play from them, especially on the B site. There's flashbangs, they're peeking off each other, the contact plays, everything was perfect for them on the hold. Will do their bank a world of good as well, having 4 players survive. Fortunately for them though, the plant is going to allow Giant Squid to buy into this one too. Rome may be relegated to the Mac 10, but against some of these CTs without helmets, that could be all it needs. These are default nades towards second mid, but this time there's presence on banana. Rome's managed to hit the first kill with the Mac 10. It's the headshot in spite of I think the player who killed having a helmet. Flakesauce will be probably a tad salty about that one. There's a lot of presence on B here. The CTs have decided not to rotate another player over, leaving Jane to defend this bomb site on his own. James will come out, they're sending Jins to score. Jins gets a great headshot there off the flash from Rome. But oddly, okay, that could have almost gone very badly. They were sending the bomb back for a second, but now that they've cleared the bomb site, they are sending the planter in. Just Prinny left to hold for rotations towards A long. Doesn't look like there are going to be any. I think the CTs of Royals more than willing to save here. Live to fight another day. Drop those guns over next round and have another go at it. So a fairly back and forth start after Royals picking up those early rounds off the back of the pistol. Giant Squid really proving to be a worthy match for them on these gun rounds. With that detonation, the score becomes 3-2. Right, okay, yeah, volume's okay. Would have gotten louder for a sec, but I think we're good. Then heading into this round, it's a full ride for the CTs. They've dropped the rifles over, the nades are back out, and it looks like there's going to be some pressure towards Banana to begin with this one with 3 players there. Jane takes the risk of crossing mid fast. It looks like Giant Squid are postured towards A currently. Smokes are coming out for a bracket take. The bomb's already committed, it's going long. The rotator, Swaggy's going to have a lot to do here. He's going to get smoked off as well. Jane's going to manage to find one sort of smoke and finds another. Prinny's going to find Swaggy in library though. All this thing out there with CTs, Sean's going to get dinked up too. Ping does get knocked low from that molly, but still advantages the CTs right now. But Prinny, the prospects are going CT. He's going to come back and get the headshot on Felixos. Virus and Sean find them with air kills. Refuser though. He's got the kill on Prinny mid and puts it into a 1v1. Sean's going to elect to stick this plant. He's unaware of which side the Refuser's going to come from. Maybe unaware of how quickly he's got up as well. He's already pushed out. Really significant amount of sight. Now with that molly back sight, he's going to aware. He's at least reasonably aware of the possibility that Sean pushed long. And knowledge in the library plant, he's going to smoke the bomb, but he's aware of the possibility. Going to tuck himself into the corner. Sean fumbling the shots, just manages to clutch out. Gets the headshot in the end with only a fraction of a second left on the defuse timer. Great stuff from him. Didn't have a... wasn't the star performer of Giant Squid on Dust 2. He was maybe struggling a little bit for frags, but having impacts in other ways, clutching out that one-on-one. And with that, Rolls are down to pistols. Deegs a P250 and a USP. The one other thing bolstering their stance is 4 smoke grenades. Maybe a plan to rotate them around B, but yeah, they must have some purpose in mind for them. I think it's coincidental that they purchased this many. I wonder when the first one will be used and where, in fact. Let's go towards mid now. Swaggy, but the T's are going to respond with some smokes of their own. The Molotovs come in, dissecting the site. Seems to be open. He finds 2 with the Deagle. Great spam there, but Rome finds 2 of his own. It's great from him. Evening it back up. Leveling the score. 3-on-3 this round. Retake potential though for Royals. Deagle's in hand, so they're likely going to at least extend some effort towards the site. They've got very little to lose. A little interest in carrying those into the next round. Smoke is going to go down. That's going to give Ping the opportunity to lurk out. Maybe Ping fight towards me, but almost gets a great time on Rome, but Swagger instead is going to find Virez. Jane peeks over the top, Smoke finds him, and that's a one-on-one. Ping versus Jane. Jane keenly runs through the smoke, but Prinny confidently sprays him down. That's a 4th round on the board for them. And yeah, now Giant Squid in the ascendancy. Picking up that first map on Dust 2, 16-13 scoreline there. They're going to continue that momentum into their T side on Inferno. Of course, the loser of this game isn't going to be out of the entire tournament, but he's going to be forced into the lower bracket. Some consolidation, but either team might be willing to accept that as a prospect. Both will be looking to continue forging their path into the upper bracket, but only one team gets to do so. That goes without saying though, so we'll get an excellent molly and flash combination from Giant Squid there. Forces Swaggy into the open, into the watchful gaze of Brenny, who gets the opening. 4v3 now, or 5v4, sorry, in the T's favour. Still plenty of utility to use when pushing themselves on a site, and the same can't be said for the CTs. There's a fair amount on Refuser and Felixos, but other than that, not too much in play at all. It looks like the play's going to come towards A. As of right now, some pressure towards bracket. They do still have the option to go B, but with that smoke CT from Jins, all that baited out of molly from Felixos, the flash has made a Refuser nervous for him and dragged the rotate. But little do they know, Jins, the smoke throwers, joined them on A. It's looking like a long wrap. Smokes in Arch and Library, and there's a lot of pressure here. Hit player and the side player. Tasha falls in flank, and now it's just Ping all on his lonesome. Turns out towards Prenny, gets the headshot. It's at 2v3. He's still got a lot more work to do if they want to have a chance of this round. In fact, he gets tagged down. Does manage to tag Sean through the box, but unlikely to be enough. Short. The firefight continues. He's so close to getting killed. Sean on 1 health, and now it's Felixos last alive. Manages to get the kill on Sean, but Ferez trades him out comfortably. A 3k for him to secure Giant Squid their 5th round. Great stuff once again from the T side. Great tactical read on the round and fantastic execution as well. Playing off each other in the crossfires and securing the bag. Now, familiar sight. The Deagles and Roars are out again. 3-2 split. A very passive setup from Giant Squid. They're aware of the possibility of nades towards mid or banana, but Sean's going to get the first pick towards mid. Swaggy seems to be next up to challenge him. Sean probably has legitimate reason to be afraid in that scenario. It's a fight he should win, but if he loses it, it gives Rules a toehold, an opportunity to turn this round on its back. Just some Rules gambling the through towards B here. Remains to see if they'll be rewarded, and perhaps unlikely so as the bomb fat moves towards A. On any site, however, only Ping's here to defend it. It's got a Kevlar vest, but that's going to be a little recourse for the storm that awaits him. 5T's all ready to converge on his position. Initial round utility comes, but the CTs run unwavered. They remain on B. It's going to be Ping here, who requires an act of heroism to keep his team in the round. Gets flashed out, but they've missed him. Of course, he misses the Deagle spam. That's so unfortunate. He didn't realise how much time he had. Completely overlooked his position. In this scenario, the CTs are only relaying this to take some guns out of the hands of Giant Squid. Maybe recover some themselves. The flank comes through, but it's going to be a clean-up. Refuser manages to find Virez, but still, the round's over. Giant Squid up 6-3. No guns recovered. A buy will still come out. M4's utility. An AWP on Jane, but still, I just can't help but think about what could have been there. If Ping had found one or maybe two players pushing into that site. How interesting the round might have been. So it's looking like a fast play towards A this round. Already pushing the score. Ping's ready there waiting. He finds the 2-piece. His teammate falls in the process, but it's a good trade. Swaggy finds one alongside, and Ping pops out and finds another. Now it's Jins alone in the 1v4. Makes it a 1v3 now with a crisp headshot on a Swaggy, but he's still got a lot to do here. There's a third rotating CT. It does look like he's going to take the fight towards Arch. Because of the timing here, he might have an avenue to go B. Not expecting him, but is he going to win the fight? He is. That's a great shot. He's aware that that player could be the only one protecting the B bomb site, and now he has an opportunity. There's a serious chance of him winning this round here with Ping on low HP and Felixos joining him on the A site. The smoke goes down, and he lets the plant safe. He's going to be looking at taking the fight here though early. Doesn't want the chance of being overwhelmed by these two CTs, but the one thing on his side is that he is going to have time to position himself. Going to wrap his way into ruins. Maybe a slightly more unexpected angle. Both the CTs are here. The first one thing is good, but after whipping those initial bullets, he's unable to get the spray transfer onto Felixos. Maybe if he more confidently tapped down ping, he would have had a chance, but unfortunately not. Still a nice try though, regardless. 4th round on the board for Royals. With it though, there's still an economic burden. Certainly going to be a weak buy from them. MP9 on Refuser and Jane. Only looking like there's going to be max 3 rifles in play. Meanwhile, it's a great buy from Giant Squid. They built up bank, stringing those consecutive rounds together, handling the anti-ecos in style, and they're rewarded for it here. Looks like a Russian B. They're playing with house money and they're not taking a risk, but quite right that they fall off. If they stuck around at top B there, those 2 nades might have ruined their day. Instead, they're going to fall back and potentially let's take bracket here. Molly towards patio. Some flashes out brackets. Not quite enough to force a rotate off B though. Still wary of the potential for presence. Retake nade's going to be thrown by Felixos. And now that control is going to give them the opportunity to rotate, but once again, Giant Squid are double back. There's no longer much presence towards bracket, and it would appear though that Swaggy's confidence and courage peaking mid is giving him some good info here. Molly towards bracket, that might give him a chance to swing in a second. They realise what that means. They've worked their way up banana in response. Waiting for them though. A Refuser and Jane. 2 MP9s, but 2 Molotovs. With only 30 seconds left in the round, this could derail it all. The first Molotov goes down towards the pit. The second goes right in front of it, and the flash is down. It has to cross through it. The Refuser picks up the first one in MP9. The T's are cooking. The flash comes through from Jane. They're going to swing out. One Refuser falls. Jane gets one and falls off. It's a 4v3 in 60's favour. 2 players low for T's. Bolstering the T's heights though is that shot from Sean. A wallbang headshot through the smoke. Premier peeks off the top orange and finds Swaggy in CT. It's now a much harder task for Ping and Felixos, although Ping finds a great headshot on onto Jins. Sean still in dark, finds the shot on a Ping. Now it's Ping versus Sean. Sean low HP. Ping's going to get the kill. That's a 3k for him in the retake, and that's going to make the score 6-4. Oh, 6-5, I apologise, in favour of Giant Squid. A phenomenal round. Oh, really? Huh. Don't think so. That's not ideal though. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh my days, how bad has that been? How long has it been like that? God, I'm so bad at this. Right, anyway, we move. Like a little moment from my slobs. I think it changed what the default input was for a second. I think we should be back now. Do apologise to anybody watching for that. That's a little bit of a cock up, but we move. On with the round though. A 3-2 setup, 3 players towards that B bomb site, 2 towards A. Perini already making presence in the deep apps. Might be a cause of concern. It appears so as Swaggy opts to rotate through CT spawn. T's yet to commit either way though. 4 players towards mid, 1 player towards B just to hold it so that they can double back just in case. Bracket control has been administered to the T side though. A lot of presence here. You get to make a decision. I think potential for a B rack could be on as they looking like a contact long here. Those steps are now made. The smoke comes out and the split is on. A great find from Sean onto Swaggy, and now these TB players need to prove their worth. Sasha in oranges with his MP9 and Felixos with the AK. Felixos found almost immediately. Sasha has so much to do now. Can't decide whether to flash or not. Doesn't, but he gets peeked by Jins, who climbs on top of him. And with 8 seconds left, Giant Squid get the bomb down. That's another round on the board for Giant Squid. Just coattailing the momentum that might have been raised by Rawls with those 2 previous retakes. Please do let me know if the mic is still bad. I'm pretty sure I fixed it, but yeah, okay. Fantastic. Yeah, still beat extreme. Low key. Oh wow, here's an army of chickens. I mean, I might have fancy transition slides now in music, but this is still a botch setup. Yeah, no, I think it cut to my old microphone, which I'm still using as a headset, so that would be why. I can't imagine how many people have been put off by that on joining. We me though. Oh, looking like some mid aggression from Royals. A flash over second mid. Players swinging out. Art Director doesn't want to show us it. There we go though. Ping with the M4. Manages to tread up Ping. Tries to get the correction, but he's unable to. Sean wins that battle. Only he survives with 11 HP though, and Jane's going to be able to finish him off. It's a 3v3 after that hectic start to the round. Felixos could be about to be caught out. Finds very close. Can't get the spam with a CZ, and there's no one there waiting to trade him. Just Sasha with a Deagle and CT, and he's going to be locked out the site almost immediately. Jane has gone marauding through second mid, perhaps to salvage a gun, but I think this round is firmly Giant Squid's. Jane perhaps coming around CT to help his teammate. Maybe get some exit frags, maybe try and secure another gun, but have to see if they can do anything. The money isn't going to be great next round, so anything that they can take with them is going to be a big benefit. Sasha now likely heading over to second mid to recover another gun. Good call from them. Yeah, Sasha manages to get an AK2. That's going to be helpful. See, their economy's still on ropes. Without those 2 guns, they probably would have been lacking a fair few grenades this round, but now it's going to be less so. Guns are dropped around. And so far, Ping's the only member on this Royals team that's really pulling his weight. He's 15 and 7 while his team lag behind. Definitely needs some help in this one. Meanwhile, just looking at the T's briefly, they're sharing the load very evenly. They're just grinding out these rounds where they have the buys. Oh, flash to the CT. Jane and Swaggy coming through with 2 quick kills to start the round. 5v3 in their favour. Bomb stranded towards Arch. Too worried about making a play towards CT. The flash is going to give Jane the opportunity to peek him. Just gets away by the skin of his teeth. But, unfortunately, they run into Ping, who is having a great game. Here's a 2-piece, and now it's Prinny in the 1v4. AK in hand, does at least find the first. He gets wrapped on from long, but just manages to escape the AWP of Jane once more. Does not have the bomb, though. And Rawls are going to be making it too easy for him to get it back. The wide swing of Jane does give him an opportunity to maybe get a freebie, give him a chance to get that clutch happening, but unable to get it to go as he just misses the spray there. 8-6 now to the Giant Squid. But perhaps Rawls with the chance of getting the final round of this half and making a game of it on that T side. Maybe having a little bit of an off day so far. Losing the beer 1 to Barnes earlier. Maybe uncharacteristically, and a team that they fairly comfortably beat last weekend. Obviously losing the first map to, which I believe was their own pick. And being down on the CT side of Inferno, which definitely isn't ideal. I'll be looking to recover it though, and they've still got time. That being said, a 7th round here would make all the difference. The only real initial damage is on the CTs. Swaggy knocked down to 27 health and Jane on 62 already. It looks like the let's triple up on the B bomb site. The pop flash in gives Refuser the chance to get the entry, and that he does. Follows it up with the second on Varese too. That's a 2-man advantage. Sensibly though, Prinny's responded to that by lurking out bracket. He's also on the verge of pushing through this long smoke, which he does. Is he going to be aware of Jane holding his angle though from New York? Does peek into him, but just misses the shot. Jane's going to have another chance to get a kill though. Like, that's the smoke. Gets the kill through it though. That's great from him. And now it's Sean in the 1v5. Last round of the half, so gonna have to try and go for this either way, whether he likes it or not. The alt peek from Jane comes out. Actually goes Deagle first. Not Sean down to 23 health. Still a lot more to do though on his end. He's not going to clear Swaggy's position. Takes the fall. That's an 8-7 half for the Giant Squid. Swaggy with a little more jovialities in chat, but certainly won't be happy with how it's gone so far. The Royals guys will be. A map down, losing the first half despite starting on CT. This is where they need to start turning it around. I hope to do that on the pistol. Two people decide to buy util. Although it looks like Felixos has dropped 2 PT50s over for his teammates. We'll see if that can make the difference this round. A nade comes through that half Jane, but there's only one player on this B site and he's being overwhelmed. It's a bit of a cluster, a little bit of a mess, but it ends with Felixos on top getting the headshot onto Rome. 4v5 retake now for the CTs. Make that a 3v5 with Jane getting the frag on Banana. He wants more, although the fight with Ruins is going in the CT's favour. Sasha manages to get one more fallen away. Should I say Refuser? Prinny though could play his hand here. He sees Jane, his back's turned. I think he couldn't believe his luck there. Almost having the backs of so many players, and now it's just Sean alive. Gets the tap on a Swaggy, but I don't think he's going to get much more than that. Finds Refuser in the pit, and while Jane whisked the first couple shots, eventually it was razored in on Sean. That's the first round of the half for Royals, and a chance to really put some rounds on the board now. Keep the CT economy in a bad place. Get yourselves back in this one before they have the chance to stabilise. Now though, the CTs decide to buy into this one. Deagles and Kevlar purchase for them. And it's a feeling mixed buy. A typical second round buy. OTs here, a couple Mac 10s, the odd AK, a Galil. Certainly have the advantage in this one, but still, the Deagles of Giant Squid could complicate things here. Through the smoke is going to allow Flixos to get the double entry. Maybe the second kill coming a bit slower than he'd hoped, but gets it done nonetheless. That's the B bomb site secure, and 3 Ts all grouped up on A, saving together around the apartments. Yeah, looking like another round on the board for Royals. That'll be 9-8. CT's realistically forced into another eco after this one, then they will have the 3 Kevlar sets to carry over. Other than that though, not looking too hot. It's even worse as a Swaggy's on the hunt and finds Virez. You will get shot in the back by Jins, but maybe more harm done to Giant Squid than done to their own economy. That's a round secured. 9-8. Nico on the cards, perhaps. Yeah, just those 2 Deagles that got carried over, brought in. The rest are on USPs. Should be another formality for Royals here. But never say never. Molly to help clear out the apartments. As the team work to secure more control around the map. A significant presence towards B here already. 4 players in the banana area, and while the flash comes in, Felixos was anti-flash at the time. He peeks out and gets 2. Jins falls to the spray of Jane, and another round in the books for Royals. 10-8 now. Theres and Prinny with the task of finding a gun, but Swaggy's out to ruin their day. That's 1. It's just if he checks the site now. Not looking like it, but for it is certainly... Oh, a little messy, but he got there. 10-8. Got his ecos, got some bank. Just now, well, let's see if they keep these 2 Mac 10s into the next couple of rounds. I mean, they've been more than effective in opening the site the last couple. Felixos on B and Swaggy mowing down the lurkers. But, yeah, they are going to keep them. And also, the CTs... There's 3 players without helmets, so these Mac 10s could be devastating. 3 players on B at the start. It's going to allow Giant Squid to secure banana, but the Alps pop is coming. The Mac 10's waterfalling off the balcony, and the 1 tap with the USP. That's unfortunate. The AWP goes down. There's no worse feeling than investing $4,750 in a weapon just for you to be 1 tap by your own starting pistol. It does make you wonder. Rolls here, not content with just winning the round as well. They're more than keen to push in a CT and try and wrap round B. Take any guns out of the hands of Giant Squid that they can. They're aware of the position their economy's in relative to their opponents, and they want to keep them down. Ping, opting to go out with a deagle. Just switch the Glil now, and it's good enough for the kill on Rome. Sean found in ruins now, and they're being wrapped on from all angles. They managed to save 1 gun, I'll be surprised. Jane picking off Sean. Prinny's the last one left, and the Mac 10 takes him down. A clean sweep for Royals. 11-8 now. Respect is out the window. Giant Squid back to Deagles. Should mean a 12th round for Royals, but you never know. Swag even hitting Virez with the mild BM. But all in good taste, I'm sure. A little back and forth about the server, but I'm sure it's mostly just tongue-in-cheek. Bree's in a good spot here. Flash is kind of full white flea sauce, but he does manage to recover it. Rome there, though, to get the trade kill. And now, the Giant Squid actually have the man advantage here. Jane courageously keeps his stead with the AWP in tow. It's encouraged a 2-2 split. Royals are going to be heading into the relatively more protected site there. Oh, with shots like that though, it doesn't matter how protected you are. Rome manages to find 1 behind the cover of the fountain, but it is only 1. 2v2 now with bomb going down. And Refuser and Swaggy here to stabilise the round. Wouldn't be surprised if Sean takes a risk here to try and go for it, but I don't think they're going to have much of a chance here. Really needs a crisp shot. Jin's actually leading the way. Oh, they do find Sasha in the pit, but Swaggy, great 2k. Steadying the ship. It did just feel like maybe it was tilting in Giant Squid's favour, but he mops them up. And the tack pause is coming out for Giant Squid. They need to work something out. They've lost every round this half. 5 on the trot now. All the hard work they put on their T side to win the half 8-7 is well and truly gone now. But this gun round could be the road to recovery. They need to secure it. They need to start building up a bank as well. They never built, and at this point they're really going to struggle with building an economy because of how much money the Royals have. Been absolutely vicious. That's the only round that's really been close in recent memory. getting down to that 1v2 in the end from Swaggy. Still so much money in play. It's only going to get worse if they keep winning rounds. Ferrez missing the peak mid as well. Flixos wisely jumping, aware of that angle. And they're coming out, it's fast. Gets the entry onto Sean, who's lacking boiler. Jane finds a pick on Roman B, and they're already in a 3v5. I can't imagine that was the aim of the attack pause. There's a regressing bracket. He's going to find Felixos with... That just leaves the 4 T's remaining on B. Trini finds one with the M4 as well, and the round is even once more. Even in manpower alone though, as the T's swarm this empty bomb site. I believe there is a boost from CT, and Trini manages to find one, finds a second. It's Refuser now, alone in the 1v3. Unbelievable comeback. Still has a chance though. At the very least, he'll be looking to do damage. Just peeks out towards CT. He's going to catch Jins off and gets the headshot, but he's very wary of the banana flank. Still, 2 players camped in the ruins area for him to deal with. Verez is holding this push with the AWP. And that's where it ends. A 9th round on the board for Giant Squid, and 2 guns carried over for them. It's not going to be the perfect buy this round, but they're going to be hoping it's enough for them to withstand this assault from Royals. From their perspective, it's 5 AKs again. Going to be maybe speeding up the pace this round. Be disappointed to have dropped a round where they had a 2-man advantage, but they'll be even more desperate to bring it back now. Early flash. Patch from Sash towards Banana. Not content with Giant Squid having control of such a pivotal point. The flash comes through, and Jane does great there. He gets the 2-piece. Maybe concerned with a 3rd player, so he might not fully push out, but no, he is. The smoke's come down CT, and smoke coffin too. That's control of the B bomb site. Virez might be able to make a play around this smoke, but at the very least it'd require a little bit of fortune to do so. Peeks through it. Almost manages to get away with his life, but refuses it as well. Jinzo from the boost. Can he peek out? He manages to defeat the planter. Refuser with a great refrag though. And as Swaggy comes around CT, Sean has a lot to do here. We've seen him win 1 clutch this game, but this one is potentially much harder for him. Both players trained on positions he could be. They're certainly aware of the possibility that he could be Coffin. As Swaggy wrapped through CT spawn, they're certainly less concerned with Banana. Pushes the CT smoke though, refuses waiting for it, gets the headshot, and that's 13-9. And all that hard work on by Giant Squid, winning that last gun round, is all defiled. Back to the pistols. Rules in the ascendancy once more. They've looked really good against the anti-ecos. There's only been one that got close, and it was more of a result of Giant Squid hitting some crazy shots than a tactical blunder from Royals. Sean here though, not afraid to push the molly. Looks like they're at least semi-aware of the possibility, but Sean gets fragged nonetheless. Jin's won the fight mid. Oh, he does. Gets the headshot on Jane as well. 4v4. Maybe unnecessary for Jane to take that fight, but at the same time, it's pretty regular confidence play. 2 players here towards this B bomb site. Waiting. Swaggy's going to throw a smoke towards long. Throw a flash towards bracket. Let's see if that can provoke a rotate. He sends yet more grenades up mid. But no, the 2 CTs here hold strong. Rennie gets to kill top oranges. Now they're both going to swing. They think better of it though and fall back. It's going to be tough for them. Swaggy peeks out, gets one. Wondered if they were aware of the second player on the site there, but they were. Dispatching him quite comfortably. 3v2 now. And while Virez has an AK and is on the flank, this is it's been a certainly difficult round for them to lose. Especially with that kill on Jins from Ping. Virez here, AK in hand, no Kevlar. The aim punch could spell disaster for him, but at this point I don't think he's aiming to win the round, just maybe drop some guns in the process. Maybe get the confidence flowing with a few easy frags, but I don't think any of them are going to be particularly easy against this Royal side. They barrel towards him. He does get Swaggy, but he's going to get traded out very quickly there. Score is now 14-9. Royals looking good for it too. They continue to carry their momentum out throughout the second half. Giant Squid only picking up 1 round so far. Seems at this point it might be Royals' game to lose. As Squid look devoid of any real initiatives. Even the round they won, they lost the initial 2 frags. Perez though, maybe he can be the difference maker. Playing aggressively towards B. Still hangs around despite the flash. He certainly wants this peek. Gonna see the flash. Peeks in. Takes a shot, but nobody home. 4T's grouped in this banana area, but they're gonna respect his AWP and at least retreat for a little bit. Boosting up over the smoke. Just seeing if Perez will peek out any further. And he will. Felixos with the frag. That's great team play. Fantastic use of the boost there to get an entry into B site. Prini isn't going to rotate just yet, but that may not be the right call as the execute comes through. Rome stranded on top of oranges, falls almost immediately. At this point it's a save call. They do kill the lurker in Swaggy, but little consolation at this point. B has been open for the most part of this half. Felix just trying to, or Virez I should say, just trying to change the pace a little bit by moving his AWP over here, but it was not enough. Countered by that boost play magnificently. That's going to be a 15th round for Royals. Certainly in a strong position to take this second map and push it to the third map of the series. Giant Squid though do at least save 3 rifles, which is going to allow them to buy fairly confidently into this round. Questions about HP, but it doesn't seem like any Giant Squid players are in the mood to answer. I think it's focus time for them. 5 rifles, no AWP this time, but it looks like here's the adjustment. 4 players on A, and it looks like a lot of mid pressure. They're swinging towards second mid. Full whited ping as well. They're going to swing further and find Swaggy too. Excellent play from them. Great proactivity. 2 kills to start the round. Refused to spin spotted towards T ramp, and they've got him trapped in. As I say that though, he finds a magnificent shot through the smoke onto Prini, making it only a 1-man deficit. As the bomb comes up mid as well. Jins may have a lot to do here. Perez is in a very advanced position. If they trend towards the apps, they might not expect, but at this moment it's looking like the play is going to be towards bracket. That they're going to miss Perez in its entirety. A big moment from Jins, and he falls almost immediately. What is this? Alright, there we go. 3v3 now, and there's nobody on the site to prevent this take. Perez is coming in late through the apps and does catch Felixos off guard. So 3v2 now in favour of the CTs, but at the same time there's a strong crossfire set up by the Ts. 1 player towards a big pit. And Sasha just pushing towards that motor smoke. He's going to fall, and now it's Jane all on his own. He gets the first shot. Is he going to be able to follow it up? Flash comes over, but he guards himself for it. Gets the second and the third. Jane with the clutch to secure map 2 for Royals. An excellent show of display of individual skill from him there. And with that, we do go into a map 3.